Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is a GW Tiger P, the Geschützwagen Tiger Porsche, based on the Porsche chassis for the Tiger competition. It's the Tier 8 German SPG, and we're located on the south spawn of Malinovka. And it's under the command of General Disturbance. Yes, I'm afraid it's another of my replays. Happened earlier this evening. I thought I'd include it because it's quite a long lesson in aiming and getting it right. Okay, battle has commenced. Now I've got a 21cm Morse howitzer and it takes 37 seconds to reload, so I've got plenty of time to drive to my new firing position. You'll see these models are beautifully equipped with all the shells and the cartridge cases. This carried two-part ammunition. The shell was separate from the actual propellant cartridge, and I'm trying very carefully not to knock that tree down. Okay, I've found a firing position and I'm ready to go. Okay, now we're aiming, and because I'm on the south spawn of Malinovka, first thing I do is aim for the bush. And we're dialed in, rounds out, and if there was anybody in the bush spotting, they've now got a headache. Okay, so I'm reloading, 37.17 seconds before I can shoot again, but it's worth firing that 15th round, or rather the first round, at the bush, just in case there's somebody there. If there is somebody there, it could do an awful lot of damage, and I've lost count of the number of times that I've actually taken out an enemy light tank with my first shot, and they were just sitting in the bush. They thought they were perfectly safe, and of course they weren't. Now, T-28 prototype, the one with the turret, and he's moving, and I'm just estimating, round out. Direct hit on him, 488 hit points. If he kept moving fast, I probably would have just missed him, but he stopped or slowed down for a second, and so I got a hit into him. And I've just picked a bush nearby, but not quite in the same position. And I know that an ARL V39 was last seen near that bush. And I'm waiting for my reload to complete. I think I'm going to have a go at that bush. I think there's somebody there. I don't think he's moved away. Round out. Oh, he is still there! Is he there? Yes, he is! We've got another kill. Or we've got a kill, I should say. The first kill. Okay, I'm moving to a new firing position. Plenty of time to do it. I've actually taken to the habit of moving in these battles with the slow-moving Arty. I moved to the southwest corner or southeast corner of the map, because I can not only defend the hill, but I can also attack anybody who's coming from the west. And up on tip of the hill, we've got a 50 TP Prototipo, a VK3001D, and an Oni. Now, I fired expecting the Prototipo to keep moving, and he didn't. He stopped. So, unfortunately, I missed out there. I could have got a hit. Oh, but I've picked up some stun assist. So it looks like I had the desired effect after all. I managed to make him stop and that enables somebody else to shoot him. So I'm now aiming, and the Oni's the next target. I've got 10 seconds to wait, but he's just been stunned. And if I can get the round in, then one of my Arty colleagues is going to pick up some stun assist. Oh, unfortunately the stun stopped before my shell arrived, but I get a direct hit. 364 hit points straight away, and I'm picking up loads of stun assists. So it looks like it had the desired effect, and I'm moving back into a new position. Quite a lot of stun assist off that one. Over 500 hit points of stun assist from that, and the Oni has just lost his stun, and he's lost most of his hit points now as well. And now he's lost his life. Oh dear. Now, 50T Prototipo is hiding behind the windmill, but I've got a very narrow angle, so I've fired. Round out. Direct hit. 357 hit points. Beautifully aimed on that one. If I don't say so myself, I noticed that now I've got the 21 centimeter Morsa. It's got more accurate, this gun. It's a better crew, it's a better gun, and I'm getting better effects. But we've lost all the tanks up the top of the hill, but we know the prototypo is still up there. And my colleague in the other Arty just fired a round up there and we didn't get anything. Now I've got an M44 and a Crusader SP as my Arty colleagues. And the Crusader SP is actually quite a good player because he's showing his green. In fact, actually, he's got a higher rating than I have. Would you believe it? Not a higher win rate, but a higher rating. Okay, now I'm expecting the first time we'll see the prototypo will be a little lower down. So I'm not firing any ammo up in speculative mode. I'm holding my fire because I've only got 9 shells, so I need to make those shells count. I need to get maximum bang for my buck, so to speak. I know it's an Americanism, but it's a very apt one in this case. Oh, I saw some fences going down up there. So, yes, something is up the hill. Now, we know the prototypo was in that vicinity, and I think he's now moving. Oh, he's using a wreck for cover. Round out. And now he's dead. Well, that didn't take long. Now, I'm not moving position after that shot because I can see the threat of the T-3485M. And he is actually at that corner, using the rock on the left side for cover. And he's moving backwards and forwards, taking shots. Now, that round, I think, came from our M44. And it's forced him to back away just for a short while. And he's now seeking the protection of those rocks. But I think he'll pull forward. Yes, he has pulled forward again. I'm indicating target, working out where he's going to go. He's backing a long way back. And now he's been tracked. Round out. And a big splash. 370 hit points. But it's not enough to wipe him out. But I am going to move this time round, because I stayed still for 2 shots. And I can afford to take another position. Okay, I'm lined up. And we've got somebody going up on top of the hill. So I'm now going straight to him. Now, if when I actually re-aim, the reason I'm not aiming at the precise point straight away is primarily because I've got an injury on my hand at the moment, which is causing me not to be able to get it right. And I fire a round in there and splash the T-3485 to death. So I've now got 3 kills. So I took the first one was that tank destroyer, and I've now platooned with one of my teammates, the Jagdpanther. He's also got 3 kills, and he's accepted. Now I know that the Hellcat was seen near that rock, so I think I'm going to fire a round in there and see if there's anybody at home. Round out. No, it hits the rock face. That's unfortunate, that. If it landed behind the rock, we'd soon find out if there was a Hellcat at home. He probably would have moved as quickly as he could to get away. Now, we've got an attack force going over the top of the hill. But the big worry is that we've got an E25 on the enemy team who happens to be a Unicum. So the worry is that he's going to ambush anybody coming down off the hill and probably try and take them out. Now, I am at this moment doing a quick search for counter battery to try and find the enemy Arty. And while I was looking here, I thought I heard the whoosh sound that normally comes from there. There was a whoosh sound just there. So I think there's an enemy Arty near my field of view. In fact, what I didn't know at the time is there was 2 Artys in my field of view. Okay, we just lost the Jagdpanzer 4 on the way down the hill. We've still got 2 tanks up on top of the hill, and the Hellcat's on the lower. And there's the Hellcat that was down below, and he was missing some hit points. So he might have actually been badly damaged by one of the previous shots. We still haven't seen the E25 though. I've gone to overhead view to see if I can spot the tracer. Nothing in that area there. I'm going to look in A3 and then A2. Now we've got somebody unhelpfully pinging the back of the map. We think we know where he is in that A2 area or A3 area, but we're looking for the overhead for the tracer. Tracer will give away the position more obviously than the three-dimensional battle assistant view, and so I actually now prefer doing counter battery with the overhead, because then at least you'll know the precise spot that you first saw the tracer appear. And we're still looking. Nothing yet. You have to be incredibly patient to play Arty, and when you're doing counter battery you have to be even more patient, especially when you don't know where the Arty is and you can't guess where they might be. Okay, we've spotted somebody. It's an SU-100. Okay, he's been seen. I'm trying to work out where he's going to go. Oh, he's been hit. My round goes in. And, oh, and somebody got the kill. It was the M44 got the kill. I think I must have damaged him because he was showing stun. And the M44 finished him off with splash. Now we're still looking. Oh, there we go. There. Just next to that tree is the Arty. We saw the tracer appear. It's just behind the tracer. We're looking for a Hummel, a Crusader, or a Lorraine 15551. Round out. And it knocks the tree down. If the enemy Arty was there, he certainly felt that. E25. Okay, and I'm still loading. There's the Crusader. Okay, so it wasn't the Crusader that was in that position. It could be the Hummel or the Lorraine. The Crusader's making a run for it, and I'm still reloading. And actually, I hit the R key, which meant that obviously I was reversing. And we've lost sight of the Crusader. But the Hellcat, the Dickermax, and the Nashorn are homing in on those positions to find the E25 and the Artys. Now I've got 3 kills. There's one. There's the Hummel. And direct hit wipes the Hummel out. 3 hit points. That's my 4th kill. Now I'm reloading. I've got 2 rounds of ammo left. And there are 2 enemies. Now Hellcat's going in to look. There's the E25. There's the Lorraine. I'm going for the Lorraine because he's dealing with the E25. I'm still a few seconds away from firing. Unfortunately, we lost the Hellcat and the Lorraine is on the move. And I'm trying to work out where he's going to go. And I think he was tracked there. Pretty certain he was tracked. Rounds out. Kill shot! He was still there. And that's the end of the game. 5 kills. 3 to the Jagdpanther. 8 to my platoon. So more than half of the enemy tanks killed. And here's the result. It's a first-class tank for general disturbance in the GW Tiger P. I also picked up a fighter badge for getting at least 4 kills. So I did get 5 actually in the end. And a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. I got 20 in total. But lastly, best of all, I picked up the High Calibre. I did the most damage in the battle, at least 20% of the enemy hit points. And the win rate for the battle was 4155. So let's have a look at team scores. Highest damage, 2,616 hit points of damage overall. Next highest on my team was the Scorpion G with 1573 and the Carnarvon with 1347. The highest the enemy could get was 1,974 from the Crusader SP. So my opposite number, but obviously he's a tier lower. And when it comes to kills, I got the highest number of kills as well with 5, just 1 short of the Top Gun. It was a pity that the E25 was being assaulted by the Hellcat, but he did ram the E25 to get him out of the way, and that was very courageous of the Hellcat to do that. The highest the enemy could get was 3 tanks, and that was the E25 and the Lorraine 15551. So I think it was the Lorraine that I actually did impact when I fired at the tree earlier, and I must have partially damaged him then. When it came to base XP, I was again right at the top of the table with 1035. Unfortunately, that wasn't enough for an ace tanker, but just behind me was Crusader SP with 854, and he did some good work during that battle. And we can see our friend in the M44 managed to pick up 670 base experience points. So a good battle all round. Let's have a look at detail. Well, I fired 14 rounds. I only have 1 round left to fire at the end of the game. I've got 4 direct hits, 4 penetrations and 8 splash. Damage of 2,616 hit points, all at more than 300 meters. I hit 8 of the enemy, that's more than half the enemy team, and killed 5 of the enemy, 1/3 of the enemy team. I also scored damage assistance of 4 hit points and stun assistance of 1,329 hit points off 7 stuns. On a premium count, I earned 47,120 credits for that battle, but I was top tier, so that's why this figure is slightly lower than you would normally expect. And after ammunition resupplying, the ammo is expensive at this level. And of course, I was using premium consumables, I was using chocolate for my crew, and that meant I actually suffered a loss of 2,001 credits for that battle, even after getting the High Calibre and 5 kills. I picked up 1 bond for the High Calibre, and also 1,552 XP, times 2 for the first victory of the day, and a personal reserves bonus going at the same time, so I actually took away 4,657 experience points for that battle. But I think you can see that the GW Tiger P does get better with time. If you're still starting out with it, it can be a real pain because the 17cm gun is not only not very accurate, but the whole Arty is very slow and sluggish. And until you get the top engine with the top tracks, it can seem like a snail trying to crawl itself around the battlefield, and you feel so vulnerable all the time. But once you get to the top gun and you've got an experienced crew, I think it does get a little more accurate, and you can expect your shell to go where you want it to go, and it normally will do a lot of damage. You can see in a few of those shots I actually managed to take out the enemy tank or do substantial damage to them with just 1 shot. So if you enjoyed this replay, please give it a like and do subscribe to our channel, and hopefully it'll be your replay that I'll be featuring in the next video.